It is not wisdom but authority that makes a law. There is no such thing as perpetual tranquility of mind while we live here, because life itself is but motion, and can never be without desire nor without fear, no more than without sense. The condition of man is a condition of war of everyone against everyone. Laughter is nothing else but sudden glory arising from some sudden conception of some eminency in ourselves, by comparison with the infirmity of others or with our own formerly. Leisure is the mother of philosophy, the privilege of absurdity to which no living creature is subject but man only. I'm about to take my last voyage, a great leap in the dark. During the time men live without a common power to keep them all in awe, they are in that conditions called war, and such a war as if of every man against every man. Science is the knowledge of consequences and dependence of one fact upon another. In the state of nature, profit is the measure of right. Such truth as opposeth no man's profit nor pleasure is to all men welcome. Fear of things invisible in the natural seed of that which everyone in himself calleth religion. Such is the nature of men that howsoever they may acknowledge many others to be more witty or more eloquent or more learned, yet they will hardly believe there be many so wise as themselves. I put for the general inclination of all mankind a perpetual and restless desire of power after power that ceaseth only in death. A wise man should so write, though in words understood by all men, that wise men only should be able to commend him. The disembodied spirit is immortal. There is nothing of it that can grow old or die. But the embodied spirit sees death on the horizon as soon as its day dawns. Prudence is but experience, which equal time equally bestows on all men in those things they equally apply themselves unto. Understanding is nothing else than conception caused by speech. Curiosity is the lust of the mind. Words are the money of fools. The right of nature is the liberty each man hath to use his own power as he will himself for the preservation of his own nature, that is to say, of his own life. He that is taken and put into prison or chains is not conquered, though overcome, for he is still an enemy. The papacy is not other than the ghost of the deceased Roman Empire sitting crowned upon the grave thereof. All generous minds have a horror of what are commonly called facts. They are the brute beasts of the intellectual domain. The flesh endures the storms of the present alone, the mind those of the past and future as well as the present. Gluttony is a lust of the mind. When all the world is overcharged with inhabitants, then the last remedy of all is war, which provideth for every man by victory or death. The obligation of subjects to the sovereign is understood to last as long and no longer than the power lasteth by which he is able to protect them. A man's conscience and his judgment is the same thing, and as the judgment, so also the conscience may be erroneous. Sudden glory is the passion which maketh those grimaces called laughter. That a man be willing when others are so too, as far forth as for peace and defense of himself, he shall think it necessary to lay down this right to all things, and be contented with so much liberty against other men, as he would allow other men against himself. Force and fraud are in war the two cardinal virtues. War consisteth not in battle only, or the act of fighting, but in a tract of time, wherein the will to contend by battle is sufficiently known. They that approve a private opinion call it opinion, but they that dislike it, heresy, and yet heresy signifies no more than private opinion. Not believing in force is the same as not believing in gravitation. The praise of ancient authors proceeds not from the reverence of the dead, but from the competition and mutual envy of the living. The secret thoughts of a man run over all things, holy, profane, clean, obscene, grave, and light, without shame or blame. A man cannot lay down the right of resisting them that assault him by force to take away his life. No man's error becomes his own law, nor obliges him to persist in it.